Yo, what is going on, you guys? So today I'm bringing you guys a brand new sports cards video. Now in today's video, I will be showing you guys my best investments under $100 right now. I know I'm very confident in these picks. I've done a lot of research, and I do want to say before we get into the picks, if you guys want to get all this information early before it comes to my YouTube, I do have my Sports Card Invest membership program. Now, unfortunately, this is kind of the way it goes. You know, as I post in my membership program, usually my members buy a lot of the stuff on the market, so the prices kind of naturally rise. I try, to be honest about it, not, I guess, take advantage of it. So I personally don't even own many of these cards, but, yeah, I guess if you guys would like to get the information early, if you guys would like to be on top of it, go to the website down below. There will be a link in my description right here. It's sportscardsinvest.com. And go ahead, sign up if you guys are interested in, I guess, getting the picks early, and I guess getting full reports of weekly of 10 cards I believe will go up, 10 cards I believe should be sold, and 3 long-term underground NBA investments. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into the video. So the first card under $100 that I am recommending is Kobe White's Optic PSA 10, or PSA 9 if that fits your budget. I was recommending this card around $50. I guess the prices have gone up a little bit, but yeah, I basically think Kobe White, as you guys know, the Bulls are not in the playoffs, but I just think that for the performance Kobe White put on this season, his prices should be a little bit higher, especially in comparison to the other rookies in, the draft class. I believe his prices should be a lot more than, like, Rui on the Wizards. And if you guys don't know, Kobe White has, proven basically the NBA world that he will be in the league for a long time. He's a great scorer, and I just really like Kobe White's future. So I think for $60 for a PSA 10 of Kobe White, or I believe his PSA 9 is around $20, definitely a great deal over there. I think when I guess the card market's looking at all 30 teams again, I think Kobe White's prices are going to go up quite a lot, because I feel like he's really overlooked, especially with all the focus on the playoffs. I think he will be one player that will drastically benefit from, when the playoffs end. And, this whole offseason, I think his prices are going to go up a lot, because people will realize, if all these other young stars' prices have gone up this much, Kobe White should be up there too. I understand his prices are still a little bit, obviously rookie prices are a little bit elevated, because obviously, the rookies, they're hyped up. But I still think Kobe White's, a great buy. He probably is the third best rookie of, the season behind Ja and Zion. So, I think for his prices, he's a quite good, pick. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next one, which is John Collins. I've really been, I haven't looked too much in John Collins until recently, just because, I was always thinking, like, obviously the Hawks don't get that much attention and everything, but as you guys know, John Collins was injured a lot of last season. The Hawks were overall, had suffered a lot of injuries, and I just think, John Collins will have a good future with Trey, sort of how I look at Kristaps to Luka. And I was picking these up on eBay or on Facebook groups for around $6 to $7 pretty recently. I understand they're selling a little bit higher, but John Collins, as you guys know, another guy who I think when the NBA, when the card market is looking at all 30 teams again, Collins is going to be one guy that really benefits from that. As I believe in Trae Young as well. But I just think, if Trae and John Collins can stay healthy next year, I think they can start winning games. And, obviously, and another thing I really like about the Hawks is they're in the East. And the Eastern Conference, it's a lot easier to make the playoffs. It's a lot easier to, start to, just turn things on and play well. So I think, I personally have the Hawks making the playoffs next year, especially with the weak Eastern Conference and Trae Young developing, John Collins hopefully staying healthy. I think his prices can go up quite a bit. I also like his Optic cards. Those are quite cheap as well. I definitely think they're a bargain right now, and they will never be this cheap. Just because Collins, he's a young star. He's going to have a bright future in this league. And for his prices, it's definitely worth the gamble in my opinion. Literally $1 or $2 for his, optic card. So I think that's a really good deal out there. Without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next one, which is Eric Paschal. His Prism and optic rookies as well. Paschal is one guy who's, shown a lot of potential this season. And I think next year when the Warriors have all their stars back, Steph and Clay, I think Paschal is going to have a role within the team. And if they make a championship run, I think Paschal will have, a big role in that championship run, just because he kind of reminds me of a little Draymond. He just plays his heart out, great team player, and I think he will have a long future in this league, as, just a guy who, makes a difference on the court. So I really believe in Paschal. He can also shoot better than Draymond, and better than a lot of, big men. So I really like him for that as well. And yeah, just definitely really like Paschal. I think he's underpriced. Next season, hopefully he will get a lot more attention. I think he should have got more attention this year, but obviously the Warriors were not playing too well, so that's why, he hasn't really broken out. But I think he's definitely one of, a top 5, top 6 rookie from this year. So, better watch out for him next season. And hopefully his prices go up in the offseason, because the Warriors are going to be a topic of discussion again next season. So that's going to be exciting. And then last but not least, we have Deangelo Russell's Prism. If you guys haven't seen, Russell progress, he's basically, improved a lot over the last 2 seasons. He's worked so hard. I guess if you look at where he was 2 seasons ago, and then his breakout season with the Nets, and then he's been he played really well for the Warriors this year, and obviously now he's on the Timberwolves. I can see him having a quite good future with Karl-Anthony Towns. I definitely think, and possibly Booker one day, but I personally think, Deangelo Russell, he's a very good scorer, very good passer, very fun to watch. The only thing I think he needs to improve on is defense, but seeing all of his improvements in the last 2 seasons, I do not see, it being a problem for him long term. I think he will get better defensively. He will, turn into a quite elite point guard in my opinion. So I definitely think Deangelo Russell will continue to have another breakout season, and I just think his prices are quite low for, the caliber of scorer he is. I definitely think he's a little bit undervalued in the hobby. Definitely I believe he's undervalued in the hobby. So I'm going ahead and picking up his Prisms for around 10 to 15 bucks. So definitely a great deal in my opinion. That's pretty much been the video. Once again, if you guys would like to get all these picks early before the prices go up, go ahead and head to my Instagram, Sports Card Invest, or to my website, sportscardsinvest.com, and go ahead and get yourself signed up. But other than that, I hope, and also use code YouTube for 10% off. If you guys are buying anything, to save you guys a few bucks. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.